Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Soul and Mind. We are here to dive into the depths of the human psyche, this time through an ancient yet modern prism. Today we aren't talking about Freud or Jung, but about a figure who preceded them and mapped out the anatomy of anxiety and its cure with frightening precision. Rabbi Nachman of Breslov. Today we are opening his central work, Likutey Moharan, and focusing on the very first lesson. Torah 1. On the surface, this is a mystical text. But when you peel back the layers, you discover a therapeutic protocol for anxiety and depression that closely resembles principles of CBT and Logotherapy, but with a deep spiritual twist. Our topic today: how the mind, our understanding of reality, can turn our greatest enemy, suffering, into a source of compassion.
Let's start with an experience. We all know you wake up in the morning, and there is a feeling of heaviness. Maybe it's pressure at work, a health scare, or just an unexplained burden on your chest. In psychological terms, we call this anxiety, stress, or mild depression. Rabbi Nachman uses a different word. He calls it dinim, judgments. What is a din? A din is an experience of constriction. I feel the world closing in on me. I feel I have no breathing room. I feel judged, or that reality is being harsh with me. In Torah 1, Rabbi Nachman opens with a piercing statement that goes straight to the root of the problem. He says, cruelty comes only from a lack of awareness. Or in Hebrew, Ayin Agzaru Telemen Chesra. Think about that for a second. When are we cruel to ourselves? When does reality feel cruel? When we lack Daat, when we lack awareness, when we don't understand.
When a small child goes to the doctor to get a shot, he screams. Why? He's experiencing pain, but he lacks the Daat, the awareness. To understand that this pain is meant to heal him from his perspective, the doctor and his parents are being cruel right now. The lack of understanding turns the pain into pure suffering.
Rabbi Nachman teaches us that every experience of din in the psyche, every moment of anxiety, anger, or frustration stems from a disconnected consciousness. We have lost the big picture. We are staring at a single dead pixel on the screen, forgetting there is an entire movie playing. When a person is anxious, their cognition narrows. They see only the threat. They don't see solutions. They don't see hope. Rabbi Nachman identifies that the root of mental suffering is not the external event that happened to us, but our interpretation, or rather, the absence of a higher interpretation.
So what do we do? How do we break out of this loop of dinim, of judgments? Here, Rabbi Nachman presents the key sentence of Torah 1. But in the future, the judgments will be sweetened. How do we sweeten the judgment? How do we turn anxiety into peace? His answer is through the mind. He writes, "For man must look at the intellect within everything and bind himself to the wisdom so that the intellect inherent in that thing will shine upon him." Let's translate this into practical psychology. Rabbi Nachman argues that within every situation, even the most difficult ones, hides a Sekhel, an intellect, a wisdom, a meaning. In modern terms, we are talking about reframing and finding meaning.
When something bad happens to me, I got fired, someone hurt me, I failed. The automatic reaction is pain and contraction. That is the din.
The spiritual work is to stop and ask, wait, where is the Sekhel here? Where is the wisdom? Not in the sense of why me, which is a victim's question, but in the sense of what is the life force sustaining this event? What is the lesson hiding here? What is the opportunity for growth? It reminds us of Viktor Frankl, the author of Man's Search for Meaning. Frankl said that he who has a why to live for can bear almost any how, Rabbi Nachman says. If you find the Sekhel, the spiritual meaning, inside the trouble itself becomes part of your healing. It stops being an enemy and becomes a teacher.
Rabbi Nachman, like a great artist, uses a biblical metaphor to explain this process. He talks about Jacob and Esau. In Kabbalah and Hasidism, these figures are not just historical people, but forces within the psyche. Esau represents external action, the physical world, force, and sometimes harsh judgments. Jacob represents truth, the intellect, and compassion. Rabbi Nachman says that when the judgments, meaning Esau, overpower us, we need to use the attribute of Jacob. What is the attribute of Jacob? Truth. He quotes a verse, "Give truth to Jacob, loving kindness to Abraham," meaning truth is the key to kindness. Let's think about this in the clinic of life. When we are anxious, we usually tell ourselves lies. This is the end of the world. I'll never succeed. Everyone hates me. These are cognitive distortions. Rabbi Nachman says to reach kindness, to reach relief, you must hold on to the truth, and the truth is the inner intellect. The truth is that this crisis is temporary. The truth is that you have strength. The truth is, in Rabbi Nachman's language, that there is a creator sustaining this situation right now for a specific purpose. The moment you gaze at this truth, you sweeten Esau. You don't kill Esau. We don't repress the difficult emotion. We shine the light of understanding upon it. There is a beautiful sentence in this teaching. By looking at the wisdom within a thing, the wisdom shines back at you and draws closer to you. This is the law of attraction of consciousness. What you focus on grows. If you focus on the darkness grows. If you search the rubble for a point of light, for the lesson, that light draws closer and surrounds you. So we understand the theory, but how do we actually do this tomorrow morning when things get tough? Here is a practical exercise inspired by Torah 1. The next time you feel a wave of anger or anxiety, try to perform a methodical pause. Imagine that this difficulty is an opaque wall standing in front of you. Rabbi Nachman tells us, this wall is just an illusion. Behind it hides the light of wisdom. Ask yourself 3 questions. What am I feeling right now? Give the din, the judgment, a name. Don't deny it. 2. What is the higher truth here? Try to step out of your automatic interpretation. Is this really the end? What is the lesson I can learn? And 3, where is the vitality inside this thing? Look for one good point, one spark of logic or opportunity within the chaos. Rabbi Nachman promises, the moment you see the Sekhel, the intellect, the suffering won't necessarily vanish, but it will be sweetened. It becomes bittersweet. It becomes bearable. It becomes part of your story, not the end of your story. He compares it to a person seeing someone making strange, wild movements in the distance. It looks scary. But when he gets closer, he realizes the person is actually dancing or exercising. The fear vanishes. The reality is the same. The movements are the same. But the Daat, the awareness of what you are seeing, eliminates the fear.
In conclusion, Torah 1 in Likutey Moharan teaches us a massive psychological lesson. We are not victims of reality, but of our interpretation of reality. Our ability to activate Daat, our awareness, is our strongest weapon against suffering. When we are privileged to see the wisdom in creation, we transform the world from an alienated, scary place, a world of judgments, into a field of holy apples. A beautiful image Rabbi Nachman uses at the end of the lesson to describe reality when it is illuminated by awareness. I invite you this week, when you face a struggle, try for a moment to be wise. Not IQ wise, but heart wise. Look for the intellect within the thing. Look for the message and watch how the judgment is sweetened and turns into compassion. Thank you for being with us on Soul and Mind. I'll see you in the next episode.